Hello students, today we will continue for third sem electrical diploma students and the paper is electrical engineering material. So we will continue from where we have stopped in our last class. We were discussing about the application of insulating materials, their properties and also the types of the insulating materials. So today we will discuss non-resinous materials. So in this type of materials, solids or semi-solid insulations which are directly available in nature and are organic based fall under these classes. So these are the materials which can be either solid or can be semi-solids. So here these materials are mineral waxes, asphalts, bitumens and chlorinated naphthalene. Main defect in all such materials is that the insulating system where these materials are applied, there are always voids and gas pockets in the system. This defect restricts the use of this class of materials to low voltage system only. Non-resinous materials can be classified as in the table. Here they can be classified according to bitumens. Bitumen are solid or semi-solid materials obtained by refining crude petroleum. Special features of bitumens. So there are some special features of this bitumen, which is a insulating material. So its features should be clearly known to us. So what are the features? They are highly soluble in mineral and synthetic oils, easily oxidized, resistant to moisture penetration, poor insulating property, softening point varies from or between from 30 degrees centigrade to 140 degrees centigrades depending upon the variety. Acid and alkali resistant, they are also resistant to acid and alkali. Specific gravity is about 1. So these are the special features of bitumen due to which this materials is used as a insulating material. So what are the application of bitumens? Let us discuss now. So they are normally used in electrical engineering because of its outstanding property of being water resistance. See, in the field of electrical engineering, we have to be very much careful for any circuit or any electrical equipment which will be waterproof or the moisture absorbing quality should be as low as possible for any equipment to be good for our electrical engineering field. So here also, if this is a insulating material, then it has to be a very good water resistant property. So due to this property only, it is having much wider application in this field. Now bitumen compounded paper, uh, before that let us know it is also very cheap and is widely used in underground cables for protection of lead and steel armor against corrosion. So it is used for the protection against corrosion. As it is water resistant, it is preferred. Now bitumen compounded paper, resin and cotton tape are widely used in the manufacturing of underground cable. So for the manufacturing of this underground cable, this bitumen is widely used, and to provide holding and serving for steel armoring, this is used. Now students, the another type or the application can be your waxes. So now paraffin and microcrystalline waxes, these waxes are obtained by the process of distillation of mineral petroleum oils. These waxes are hydrocarbons in composition. So this has to be this has to be by the process of distillation of mineral petroleum oil, we will get these waxes by petroleum or your crude petroleum. So special features of these waxes are easily soluble in mineral and synthetic insulating oils, marked change in volume when waxes change state, that is from liquid to solid or vice versa. The maximum amount of shrinkage is as much as 15% in certain cases. The abnormal shrinkage results in the formation of gap and cracks. The other point is mechanically weak. So student, these waxes are usually very soft, you can say, or sometimes we can also say they are mechanically very weak. And the last property is poor electrical property, which becomes more poorer when heated. So if it is once heated, its property of being insulator is increased, or it stops the conduction of current after it gets heated. So it is a very good insulator. The other applications are paraffin waxes get oxidized when they are heated beyond melting point. So if they are heated beyond their melting point, they get oxidized. Some antioxidants have been used to reduce oxidation. So there are some antioxidants which will help you to reduce these oxidations. Now there is a table shown to you. The general property of paraffin and microcrystalline waxes. The specific gravity under the column of your property, there are specific gravity, melting point, flash point, fire point, resistivity, dielectric constant, and the other tables, paraffin waxes, microcrystalline wax. So there are two kinds. One is your paraffin wax, the other is your microcrystalline wax. And the property which is in the left side of the table, the specific gravity, melting point, flashing point or a flash point, fire point, resistivity, dielectric constant, these values you should have a thorough knowledge so that you can decide which kind of material should be chosen for a particular application. Now application of paraffin and microcrystalline waxes. The excellent sealing property of waxes makes them fit for the use of sealing material. So now students, sealing means so that there will be no entering of moisture inside a material which we have sealed. Suppose we will seal a substance with this kind of waxes, then the moisture entry will be totally banned, or no water or moisture can enter through this material. So it acts as a good sealing property, right? So now microcrystalline waxes having high melting points are used as a constant material to make non-draining impregnated compound, which is extensively used for mined or your mass impregnated non-draining paper cables. These cables are extensively used in India for transmission in urban areas. So for the transmission of the cables in the urban areas, this kind of mined cables are used, and in this mined cables, what is used? This paraffin or microcrystalline waxes are used. Now students, natural waxes. As the name implies, these waxes are available in nature. Nature is often used after processing in the form of chlorinated paraffin waxes. Natural wax also suffers from shrinkage or expansion when undergoing change in state. This limits the use of these waves to low voltage systems. The dielectric property are satisfactory. Dielectric constant ranges between 2 and 3. So they are satisfactory, this dielectric constant are satisfactory as per our needs. The melting point of natural waxes may be up to 130 degrees centigrade depending upon the type. So depending upon the type, the melting point can be selected or adjusted. Application of natural waxes. These waxes are mixed with insulating oils to improve the viscosity and pour point to the latter to form non-draining cable compound. These waxes are used as a constituent of sealing compound. So they are used as a constituent of sealing compound. Now students, let us discuss about insulating liquids. These insulating liquids, apart from working as insulation, fulfill other important requirements. What are they? They are like they are able to improve insulation properties of other solid materials by eliminating air and other gases. They offer good heat dissipation media. They are sometimes required to extinguish arcs in certain application like circuit breakers. Students, there are circuit breakers where these insulating liquids are used as a medium. So students, remember, for extinguishing this arc, you know arc, students, there are arc formation whenever we switch on or off the electrical circuit. So if we will switch on or off an electrical circuit, there will be a arc formation. So if there is a arc formation, then we have to extinguish this arc. So there should be a proper medium which will extinguish the arc shortly or quickly. So if this material is of insulating liquid, it will help us to extinguish the arc more rapidly. For instance, student, suppose this insulating medium is moisturized or water content. What will happen? This arc will be more vigorous or it will be more dangerous. As a result, this arc may cause damages. So in circuit breaker, it is a equipment. For the timing, you should know circuit breaker. Many of you might also have been understood what is a circuit breaker if you are from lateral entry students. Suppose lateral entry have yes, lateral ITI students, those who are after ITI also, and have joined from the first year courses to diploma also, they might be knowing what are circuit breakers, and the others you will have circuit breakers in your higher semesters. So for the time being, you just remember circuit breakers are the equipments which can make or break the circuit as per our need. So this circuit breaker breaks and makes the circuit under a medium. So this medium can be vacuum, this can be gas, or this can be liquids also. So by choosing a particular medium, the extinguishing of the arc is rapid, or you can say quicker. So here we will extinguish this arc by the help of this insulating liquids. So now vegetable oils were among the earliest to be used as insulating oils or liquids. However, out of many insulating liquids available today for different application in electrical engineering, mineral insulating oils have been the most widely used for the early development stage of insulating technology of this day. The reason for this are its cheapness. That means it is very, or its cost is very low. Easy availability, it is very easily available, or it is being a product of crude petroleum, so it is very you can say its availability is very easy. Now good electrical properties, it also have a good electrical properties. However, mineral insulating oils possess defects. What are the defects? These defects are like easy oxidation, which deteriorates insulating properties, and inflammability. What is inflammability, students? The property of a material by which it has the tendency to catch fire. To improve upon this defect, development of synthetic liquids like Ascarel took place. Now before going further, this Ascarel, the invention of Ascarel, we should know what is this Ascarel and what are these mineral oils. So students, these transformers, we might know this transformer. I am not talking about the household transformers which we use in a electronic or electrical circuits. I am talking about the transformer. Those are used in a substation or a grid. So there these transformers are generally oil cooled. So if they are oil cooled, that means that inside the transformer core there will be some insulating oils. So this oil is generally made up of your mineral oils, right? So this mineral oils possess some of the disadvantages. To overcome them, ascaril is a oil which is frequently used in the transformers. So by using ascaril oil, the insulating properties of a transformer or any electrical equipment can be improved. Now, students, application of this insulating liquids we will focus now. These liquids are finding use in application like capacitor and transformer. As I told you, these are found in transformer as well as in capacitors, because inside the capacitors you will find insulating oils. However, this use of these oils is still comparatively limited because of some defects, right? There are some defects which makes its use very limited. One of its major defect is that they get affected adversely by the structural materials they come in contact with, like containers and mild steel pipelines. This problem has been overcome by using stainless steel for handling this liquid, but this makes the installation of manufacturing process more expensive. So now students, the contact between this insulating oil and the material worsens the quality of the oil. So to make the property of the oil stable or to keep it in a fixed condition, we have to use stainless steel. So if we will go for stainless steel, the cost will be higher, and if the cost is higher, then the equipment will be which we will be using shall be of greater cost. Now, apart from mineral and other synthetic liquids, there are some other types of liquid which find their use in specified applications because of their outstanding properties. These applications are high frequency capacitors, are fluorinated liquids are used, and high temperature stability requirement where silicon liquids are called for. So there are silicon liquids which are used instead, right? So mineral oil, ascarils and vegetable oils are liquids used in mineral operating temperature ranging from -50 degree centigrade to 130 degree centigrade. Fluorinated and silicon liquids are utilized in high temperature range from -50 degree centigrade to 200 degree centigrade. So the ranges you have to remember, students. So by having the proper knowledge of the temperature, we can decide the type of insulating oil which will be selected. Now the main features of this insulating liquids. Before proceeding to make a specific study of this different class of insulating liquids, it is worthwhile to consider the effect of some important influencing factors of this oil. These factors are as below. So now the oxidation, it is a very important thing. So most of these liquids are susceptible to oxidation when effect is further increased. In most such liquids with increase in temperature, oxidation impairs electrical properties, especially the dielectric loss. It causes sludge formation, uh, which affects the heat dissipation property in transformer. For example, when oxidized oil has a greater capacity to absorb water, affecting the dielectric strength. To overcome the ill effect of oxidation, we must prevent oxidation or to remove the oxidized part periodically. So students, in the grid or your substation, there is a frequent testing of oils. So a sample of this oil is sent to the laboratory and is tested its dielectric strength is proper or not. So if it is of proper dielectric strength, then they may continue, and if it is not possessing the dielectric strength of the required value, then they have to just top up new oil, or that oil has to be that oil has to be made, or the oil has to be again refined to make its property retain its original value. So the point is, the oil should have proper dielectric value or strength. Now oxidation process development for prevention, it still has not been completely controlled. This has resulted in the development of synthetic insulating oils which are oxidation resistant. So uh, for the compensation of oxidation effect in this mineral oil, we have chosen synthetic oil for its replacement, so that its oxidation properties can be minimized. Now students, moisture is soluble in most of the insulating liquids, resulting in decreased dielectric strength, increased dielectric losses, and increased oxidation. Insulating oils absorbs moisture in varying degrees depending upon the type. Those oils are preferred which absorb less moisture. So there is a figure shown, students. So we have to select the oil, or the oil which is having less moisture absorbing quality should be selected. Now this step or your figure is given water solubility of transformer oils at different temperature. So with the increase in temperature, what happens to the water absorbing property? So in this graph, you can see the x-axis shows temperature and your y-axis shows water solubility in ppm. It is parts per millions. So with the increase in temperature, you can see the water solubility also increases. So there are three different graphs shown. One is for slightly refined, the other is for normally refined, and the last one is for highly refined. So this is a graph which shows the relationship between your water solubility and temperature. Now students, we will discuss. It is further found that with the that is increase in acidity, the moisture holding capacity of insulating liquids also increases. The rate of moisture pickup by oil depends on the contact area of the oil, with moisture or humidity. The moisture in the oil should be avoided because of the fact that it increases oxidation, which enhances the deterioration in oil. So in commercial application, moisture is always removed from oil before it is used. So before using, the moisture should be removed. In the process, the oil is oil in atmosphere is the oil in the atmosphere by means of special apparatus. This atomized oil this atomized oil is exposed to high vacuum and temperature of 100 degree centigrade to 120 degree centigrade, which extracts the moisture completely. Moisture is also extracted by special machines called as centrifuge machine. So you should remember the name centrifuge machine. It is a machine which removes moisture from your transformer oils or your oils. Now the temperature rise, as mentioned earlier, increases the oxidation of liquids. Temperature rise also increases the gas solubility of liquids, which adversely affects their insulating properties. Temperature affects insulating properties of liquids are markedly or markedly. So this is shown in the figure. This shows the variation in your volume resistivity with temperature for a synthetic liquid. So there is a graph, students. Just you can see the graph. The after the graph you have mineral insulating oils. So now we will discuss about mineral insulating oils. Mineral insulating oils, these oils are derived from crude petroleum. Distillation of crude petroleum gives many industrial byproducts like alcohols, kerosenes, lubricating oils, asphalts, waxes, and insulating oils. However, insulating oils obtained thus are not suitable. So this insulating oil which are obtained are obviously not suitable. They have to be processed, but before processing they are not suitable. So so they are not suitable for present day requirement unless they are properly modified for high oxidation resistant. So they have to be resistant to oxidation. So good thermal stability and other specific engineering requirements. So depending upon our requirement they have to be changed. These oils find frequent use in transformer cables and capacitors. The main properties of these oils are for different main application are shown in this table. So from the table we can understand the property and the oil used in paper insulated cables. So this is the table, students. You just have a look to this table. There are some specific gravity, flash point, pour point, resistivity at a particular temperature, that is 100 degree, dielectric strength, that is in kV per millimeter, kilovolts per millimeter, and power factor at 100 degree centigrade for 50 hertz. The frequency is 50 hertz. The power factor at 100 degree centigrade is given. Also its specific heat is also shown in this table. So you can take the values from this table. Now electrical properties of the liquids compare very well with solid insulations, as liquids for properties are very much affected by factors like oxidation, moisture impurities and heat. The effect of moisture on breakdown voltage is shown. So there is another graph shown to you. This graph is now between moisture content of a content, and let me just zoom it out so that you will be easy to understand also. So this graph is between breakdown voltage in kV and a moisture content of oil parts per million. So there is also synthetic liquids which we will discuss in our next coming class. So let us just finish this class. Thank you, students.